is eventually, and I haven't talked to her in a long time. So as I was doing this, getting ready for this talk, I thought, well, let's see who all my descendants are of Prudence Roberts and Hinksman Roberts. So I did it, and her name came up there. And so I did okay, Google again, and she told me her sister's name, and her sister had these kids, and I didn't know any of the kids' names, I just knew her sister's name. Okay, so Ginny Egan Crawford. Oh, Dick.
Oops.
Here she is. Okay, so here's Virginia Egan Crawford obituary. She's survived by a son, Mark Crawford. That name is so common I would probably never be able to find it. So let's go on down the page and see if there's any names that are not great. So here's a Frances Egan Anamosa. There's a weird name. Let's see if we can find a Frances Egan Anamosa on Facebook. I don't really want to close that because I think it's going to close the entire Internet Explorer if I do that. But I think that's all I got a choice to do.
Did your Wi-Fi drop or something there?
I think this is Wi-Fi. I think this is. Oh, okay. So, Amanda Egan Anamosa was who we were looking for. All right, so let's type in Amanda Egan Anamosa.
No?
Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, Emma. Okay, let's get rid of that. I know she's in here because I saw it. There you go. Frances Egan Anamosa. It's on Facebook. This is someone who I'm not friends with. If I want to, I have to click the add friend button.
At this point, all you know is that her name is on the obituary. You don't have any idea who she might be.
Exactly. I know nothing about her. So I'm going to find out about her. Her page has got pretty good access. I can see who her friends are. I can see what she's been posting. She's into breast cancer awareness. But she's got a lot of friends. 189 friends, as a matter of fact. So if we click on her friend list, and we look for Crawford or Egan or something like that. Let's search here for Crawford. Egan. Here's another Egan. I don't recognize that name. But I remember that her sister's last married name was Holcomb. So let's try Holcomb. We got 3 friends named Holcomb, and one of them is Charles Holcomb. If we click on any one of these people, we can do the same process. You go to Friends. Here's Crawford. We're in the right place. All right, now, if I want to talk to him, I have to be friends with him. So what do? There's a message button. And Facebook has a funny little device for making money. That is, if you are not friends with someone and they do not know you, you can send them a message, but it goes to a place called the Other folder. Anybody on Facebook here that knows what what your Other folder is? Ever heard of it? Yeah, almost no one does. So that message is not going anywhere unless it's someone like me who checks their Other folder once in a while to see if any random person has done it. But if you click on the See More button, you can spend $1 and Facebook will send that right to their regular mailbox. Now, I have never done this because I'm kind of cheap. And there's probably hundreds and hundreds of people who I could do that with. And I don't really know which ones I want to write that long letter to. Hi, I used to know your great Aunt Jenny, and she's it's a lot to write. I just don't go there. So sometimes I have written a message in here, and I'll send it. I don't spend the $1. But if you really, really wanted to, you can. Okay? find this person without spending $1 is to look and see if they're a member of any groups. And I haven't done this one, but sometimes people are members of groups, like First Settlers of Middletown might be a group that could be a member of. If they are a member of First Settler of Middletown, you could send them a message. If you can join the group. Now, unfortunately, our group you can't join unless you're a member of First Settlers of Middletown. But, I can see who the members are. There's Marjorie, there's Hal, there's Cindy, there's Barb there. Alright, we can go to Barb's Facebook page. She's friends with Cindy and Marjorie too. Now, I can send her a message, I'm already friends with Barb, but if I should probably look for somebody on here who I'm not Facebook friends with, and see if I can send them a message. Is anybody here on Facebook that's not friends with me already? Are you?
I don't use Facebook anymore.
You're not, and you're not on it, so that's not gonna work today. But let's see, anybody that we recognize. Laura Hobbs. Okay, Laura Hobbs, I am not her friend yet. But she and I are in the same group. So, I can send her a message, maybe. Aha, there's no message here asking for $1. So it's a way to get around the $1. I'd probably spend more than $1 worth of my time to find that out. Okay, but these are the kind of things that get me excited. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just send her a friend request, and she'll figure it out real quick. So I'm just gonna add friend request to send, and then next time she looks at Facebook, she'll accept me as a friend, I hope. And now I've got another friend who's part of First Settlers. Okay, so I showed how to go from an obituary, find a weird name, try to match it up with another weird on a friend's name, Facebook, and now you can find that person. Now, the next thing that I did for trying to put a group together like this was to make a Facebook page for Settlers of Alexander Bow, and I had this dream that everybody would have a page, and every First Settler of Middletown would have their page, and all the people who wanted to be part of it could join. So Alexander, descendants of Alexander Bow. I have now got 300 members of this page. Now they're pretty much people that I send a friend request to, and then because I'm administrator of the page, I can add them to the group. Doesn't mean they do anything or come there or look at it or anything, but we made up a picture, and the members are here, and you can go through and look at these things. Emily is my daughter, Elise is my sister, this is Elizabeth, who was supposed to come here, who's done more research than me on Alexander Bow. Okay. What else? So let's look at other media things that you can use.
Before you get off,
Yeah.
Do you have to be a member
Of Facebook?
to do what you've been doing here?
A member of Facebook?
Yeah.
You
Can I
can,
go in
you
without-
can see my profile without being a member.
Can I go in and do all the stuff that you've been doing?
Not much of it,
Not much.
but it's free.
Okay.
You have to have an email address, basically. So you give Facebook your email address, you make up a password, and you're a member, and then you can set your settings to be extremely secretive if you want no one to find you, but you can look at everyone else as the same as I am. So you don't have to be open for yourself to be able to search these things.
Could you show us where the security changes?
Let's
Maybe
see.
later, it's
Edit
okay.
profile, maybe? No.
I don't want you to do much editing, really.
More video, home. It's not edit profile.
I don't know where the security is.
Messages, events, photos, browsing, I don't remember.
Okay,
Home.
does anyone know?
One of these things, maybe, with a little lock on it. Privacy checkup, there we go.
Oh, where did
Who
you
can see my
push to
stuff?
get that?
So who can see my stuff? Okay, right now, my posts only go to friends, but I really would like that to be public from now on. Okay, and so, privacy checkup. save that change in my settings. Learn more, next step, I don't really wanna go there. But anyway, this little box with the lock on it is your privacy.
Thank
If
you.
someone bother me, you can contact me. Basic or strict, you can see my friend requests, everyone. So if I was sent a friend request, apparently people know that I sent a friend request to somebody. I don't really care if they do or not, but, okay. So, I was gonna go and look at some other, well, here's Wikipedia. Let's do this one, Wikipedia. So sometimes you, doing your descendants, and you come across common names, and then you come across somebody that's really strange. And the stranger the name, the more likely you're gonna find information about them, because you're only gonna find one or two hits on your search.
Now from the Connecticut Law.
I don't think that was supposed to happen. Where's that come from, YouTube or what? I can turn off the sound if I want to. All right, so what was I gonna do? Wikipedia. So I happened to find this person named Devereaux Milburn, who was a descendant of Alexander Buck. So I thought, there's a strange name. Let's, silence that for now. All right, so let's, look up Devereaux Milburn and see who that is. Wait.
Have to answer that bottom of that thing on the bottom or
Yeah,
what is
just
that?
exit out.
I usually exit out. Okay, so we're gonna search Devereaux So sometimes you come across something like this. A picture from Time Magazine's cover in 1927. An American champion polo player. And there's a whole story about his life. He was a William McKinley, a friend of William McKinley. Amazing, okay? So that's Wikipedia, that would have turned up on a Google search, okay? Then you've got things like Pinterest. Pinterest, if people search for the right thing, sometimes a Pinterest page will turn up. In this case, I made one up. See, I was looking for any avenue to try to find people and find a way to communicate with them without having to spend the dollar. So I thought, well, what if I join Pinterest and I try to click on other people's, because I know their names, right? I know their names, and in Pinterest, you can find things like that, but you can't talk to them. You can only follow their interests by clicking on Pinterest. So I decided, well, I'm gonna make my own page up and have a bow page, right? And what Pinterest is, a lot of people like it for like recipes, decorating ideas, food, arts and crafts. They take pictures of things that they like, or they'll go to web pages and see a picture of a quilt that they like, and they'll click on it and they'll pin it, and it saves onto a page. Last time I did this, it worked out okay.
When somebody puts something like genealogy in there.
So library complaint about your connection or something like this?
Why don't you X out that bottom box?
Something's happening. Okay, so here's my Pinterest page, and I'm